And to some extent, the gentleman you're going to hear from in a minute has, I believe, a huge amount of innate talent for what he does. Now, we've sat down, he's put some slides together, and he's going to try and explain, as well as he can, what he does and how he does it, and what makes it happen. And the reason he's got on the stage today is really because of a conversation that he and I had in May this year. And we were chatting about some stuff, and he said, what could I do to help you with the entrepreneur circle? He said, I'd love to help do something. And I said, somewhat flippantly, well, I'd love to have a meeting with the heads of business at the 4 high street banks. And that would be a really cool thing, almost as a throwaway comment. I hadn't given any thought to it, really, before that conversation. So the comment came, and we went our separate ways. And it was about 3 weeks later when I got a call through, and Deborah says, this chap's on the phone. So I spoke to him. He said, you got your diary? I said, well, you see an HSBC on this day, Barclays on this day, RBS on that day. And long story short, he set up 3 meetings for me with the board level. These people we talk report into the CEO. They are right at the top of our national bank, and he got me meetings with them. It was extraordinary in a very short space of time. He then followed that through and got me a meeting with the Minister for Small Business Enterprise in Vince Cable's department. And that, unfortunately, didn't go quite so well, because I had the meeting on a Monday, and he got sacked on the Wednesday, which... But I can't really hold my guy responsible for that. The fact is, he got the meeting. And what he's proven, and he's done other things for other people that I'm aware of. And so I've asked him to come and talk today about how he gets meetings with seemingly inaccessible and hard to get to people. Because for some of you in the room, this really is the silver bullet. And for some of you, if there are individual people, if you could just get in front of them for half an hour, it potentially could transform everything. And in that respect, that's what he's going to talk to you about now. So if we, I'm going to say, normally I say we're a bit nervous. I don't think he is at all. I think he's looking forward to this immensely. I'm going to carefully preserve my notes so he can't trash them. So they're all there when I come back. And I'm going to nervously, this will be fun, I promise. I'm going to hand over the stage to my good friend, the master appointment getter, Mr. Ian George.
Where's your clicker? Oi, oi, oi! Thank you very much. Who likes a bit of Chas and Dave, eh? Oi, 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 oi. Good morning, Basingstoke. Good morning. Thank you very much for what you said, Nigel. I think a real interpretation of what he said in terms of what I'm capable of doing is that I'm probably just full of shit, really. But sometimes you have to be full of shit to get in front of the right people. I've only got 15 minutes, and I know I'm going to be dragged off kicking and screaming if I don't get off here in 15 minutes. So there are some very important things to get through. But I wanted to thank Nigel very much for giving me this opportunity to talk to you this morning. And as you can probably imagine, I'm up here with a sense of trepidation. And I thought, to do the service and give it the honour that it deserves, I ought to put in a little bit of practice. So last Monday, in fact, I spoke at the Ashford Alcoholics Anonymous annual binge. On Wednesday, I spoke at the Huddersfield Homosexuals It Takes Two to Tango contest. And indeed, on Friday, I spoke at the Dundee Drug Addicts Needle Exchange Programme. And ladies and gents looking around the room, my apologies to those of you who are hearing me speak for the 2nd or 3rd time this week. It is better when it goes well, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, very, very briefly, wouldn't it be nice in the meritocratic society that we live in that it was your knowledge, your experience, your education, and your skills and your talent that were the bases of the success that you were destined to achieve? And ordinarily, I think, and thankfully, primarily that is the case. But sometimes what you know, frankly, doesn't do it. Sometimes who you know. Now, you see on the screen there the 14 secrets to securing appointments, meetings, even those that prevail beyond your wildest dreams. As Nigel has said, this can be the silver bullet, the thing that opens it up for you to enhance your riches beyond that which you thought possible.